Welcome to our course on the greatest unsolved mysteries of the universe. I'm Brian Schmidt.
And I'm Paul Francis.
We're both astronomers here at the Australian National University's Mount Stromlo Observatory. And Paul here is an expert on quasars. We're going to learn more about quasars. They're some of the brightest, most exciting objects in the sky. But Paul also works on things closer to home, comets, trying to understand how the comets that we see and how they tell us about those that we don't see. And finally, Paul also studies galaxies, huge galaxies, primordial galaxies in the early universe that we still don't really understand very well. So Paul really is an expert in mysteries.
Brian started off his research as a PhD on studying supernovae, which is how stars explode. Then when he came to ANU, he started using these supernovae to measure the expansion of the universe and how it's changing, and came up with a totally unexpected result. The universe was expanding faster and faster and faster, which led to the discovery of dark energy and a Nobel Prize, and Brian losing all his spare time. Since then, he's been working on gamma ray bursts, these mysterious flashes of gamma rays that flood through the solar system on a regular basis, and tracking them down like crazy, continuing his work on supernovae. And he's now also involved in commissioning a new telescope that's going to carry out the first digital survey of the entire southern sky and discover all sorts of interesting stuff.
So Paul, in this course, we're doing things a little differently. Normally when you do a course, you study all that you know about the universe or about the subject. And in this course, we're taking a slightly different tack. We're looking at the things we don't know.
And there are two reasons for that. One is because you hear most press releases about astronomy. It's always, the astronomer discovered this, NASA discovers that. And that's because we like to look smart and brag, and we're really saying, please give us more money. But the second, that gives a false impression that we actually know most of the things about the universe, which is very far from the truth. We're actually extremely ignorant. And we're not doing badly, considering we're barely evolved monkeys and some average star on the outskirts of a boring galaxy. But we really don't know very much. The other reason is we want this course to tell you about what it's like to be an actual researcher in the field. And researchers don't research things that are known. By definition, research are things that we don't know.
Yeah, in the words of Einstein, if we knew what we were doing, it wouldn't be called research.
So that's what we're going to focus on. 9 of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the universe, things we don't know the answers about, things that are all active topics of research, and in fact things that we ourselves are researching.
And this course is at a level that's a little beyond the average documentary. It really is going to require some knowledge of maths and physics at science at the high school level.
Yes, so we expect you to be reasonably comfortable with doing algebra and basic physics, things like heat, energy, Newton's laws of motion, things like that. If you're not sure about whether you're going to be able to handle the course, have a look at the homework in the first session. If that's looking feasible, then it doesn't get any harder than that, so you should be on track for the entire course.